Have you ever wondered, who are you? Who are you really? Are you in a period of your life where you are having an existential crisis where you don't know who you are anymore? You don't know if what you have right now is all that is. Maybe you have a feeling that there is more in life for you, and you feel like you are trapped or stuck in a place or in a time or in a situation or a feeling that is not you anymore. You feel like you are not in your place, like you are inappropriate or inadequate. You feel there is something wrong, probably with yourself. You feel the urge to find answers, maybe, to make changes in your life, to make transformations, but at the same time, you don't know where to start from because you feel lost. Inside of you and outside of you, you feel lost. You feel like a stranger in your own life and body and existence. This video is for you to let you know what might be happening with you by sharing my own experience and what I have learned and studied in these years, where I have been through a lot of existential research because I was looking to know who I am truly when I am not all the things that I am supposed to have, be, or do. And what I discovered is that it's not possible to define who I am. It is not possible to define myself. And when I think about it, or I ask people around me just to figure out through what they answer, most of us answer the question, who are you, by giving their name, given what they are doing now, if they are studying or working, or if they are, for example, married or do have kids and a family. It's as if all our definitions of who we are all related to something external. Our body, I'm a female or a male, for example, a name, the origin, where they come from. When I insist on asking, who are you? I'm not asking you who are you, the name, or if you are a parent or a children, or if you are a job or a position. I'm asking you, who are you? When all of this is not existing, if we remove all of those definitions, who are you truly? When you sit with yourself and answer this question to yourself, who do you really think you are? Do you have an answer at least? And I'm honestly not able to give an answer. And I think it's normal because our identity is something that is very flexible. We have a lot of identities throughout our life, from the moment we were born until the moment where we are right now. It shifted a lot. You can notice it also through the change that have happened in our body, from the body of a kid to the body of an adult or whatever age you are right now. And it cannot be a name, because a name is just something we have to identify ourselves to others and to relate with this life, to be recognized by others. We cannot also be our age, because age changes a lot every year, every day, and every second. And we cannot be defined by a profession or any activity that we are doing. We cannot be defined as I am a student, or I am a writer, or I am an employee, because this as well is not something permanent. It's more actions and activities that we do in this life as the personality that we are being and acting. We are not our children, we are parents, because they are separate parts of us, living with us and being with us. And this made me even more curious and also frustrated, because there is no answer. But what made me feel more aligned with this, what resonated with me, is to find out that I am what I am. I am a consciousness. I am an awareness of everything around me. I am an awareness of the person I am, the body I am, and all the things that are within it, meaning the thoughts that I have, the belief system that I live with, the way that I perceive things, the emotions that I feel around things, from the positive to the negative emotions. And it's me as an observer, the self, as an observer of all of those things, being aware of them and distance it from them and living with them. It's as if I am watching a movie and observing all that is happening in the movie. For me, the best definition that is I cannot be defined. I am limitless. I am infinite. And I am a creator of my life. I am able to create my life through whatever I feel in the blank after I am. Because when I say it out loud or think it, I become it. I am making a statement about that moment, that action, that behavior of who I am on that moment. So it's important to acknowledge this power of creation as the tool with which I can create my reality. The good news is we are not our emotions. So when you are having emotions such as sadness or anger or fear or worry or anxiety or depression, it is not who we are. It is what we are feeling. It is how we are experiencing our existence in the moment. It is how we perceive ourselves here and what we think we are. And when we become aware of the fact that we are the self that is observer and aware of the body and the mind, we get to understand that all that we can experience, especially the emotions, they are not defining us. It is indicating to us how we are relating to things. What meaning are we giving to anything? What do we believe to be true for ourselves? What do we believe to be possible for us? And what we believe to be available for us? But we are much more than that. As a matter of fact, this limitless, this infinity, this consciousness, this awareness make us flexible, make us free if we choose to, make us creator, meaning that we are able to define ourselves in every given moment, to choose how we want to feel, what we want to do, and what we want to have. As long as we are not aware of who we are gonna be living in a reactive modality. We are gonna be reacting to our emotions, reacting to the circumstances around us, and reacting to life events and people. And moreover, we are gonna let our emotions and our thoughts dictate how we respond to life and what we do with what we have. But the moment we wake up and the moment we become aware of who we are and what is our place in all of this, it's a moment where happens an existential crisis. This moment is often called the spiritual awakening. It happens most of the time, generally speaking, when we experience a very strong moment, a trauma, to the point that it gets us to question everything, to doubt everything, to stop seeing things as they were, and everything stops having any meaning. It's a wake-up call. And when you wake up, the first thing that happens is that all the reality as we are used to see it falls apart. All the ideas that we had about life and about ourselves, all the ideas that we had about how things are supposed to work and unfold and happen, it all falls apart. Nothing have any meaning. As ourselves, we feel like we do not fit on what is happening in our life. We realize that really something changed and we are aware of something. Probably we don't know exactly what it is, but we cannot turn back to where we are. We cannot turn back to sleep. We cannot turn back to accept things as they are. We cannot turn back to living this life in automatic because we understood or we became aware of something. We became conscious of something we weren't conscious of in the past. And the first thing we start questioning and we feel lost in is who we are. What is our place in this world? What is our mission? What is our purpose? Why are we here at the first place? And we start nurturing this curiosity about ourselves because we want to understand what is wrong. Is it the reality I am in that is wrong? Is it me that is wrong? If there is anything wrong, obviously. And it's a process where you unpack everything, you doubt everything, and you start seeking your own understanding of what this life is for you from your point of view, who you are in this life and who you want to be. Understanding that we are infinite spiritual being having a human experience is a game changer. When I think about it, everything is changing, nothing is stable and permanent. Only one thing is permanent, and it is the self that is in me, that is observing my body and my mind and all my life around me. And this part of me, as far as I remember, have always been the same. It never changed. I am 42 years old today, but this part within me do not feel old or young or anything that is defined by our physical mind. And also understanding the power of my awareness, the power of my perception and its role in crafting this life for myself helped me to get to a point where I can be actually the observer, aware of myself, aware of my body, aware of my mind and my thoughts, acknowledging that my thoughts, my beliefs, and my perception have never been mine to start with. I have never chosen them in a conscious way. There have been things that I have been taught to believe to be truth. That's what helped me go through life and experience it. But when I got to this existential crisis, I realized that a lot of what I thought was how life should unfold and work is no longer serving me. It is no longer serving me to follow my emotions, for example, because I realized that I was conditioned and reactive to the circumstances around me, and I was really the slave, the victim of my emotions, reacting to life from anger to frustration to fear to all other beliefs such as I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy of love or of life or of success, of the life that I dream about. I'm not worthy maybe of respect sometimes. And I thought that my feelings, when I feel ashamed, it is right because I have to be ashamed of myself because I'm not enough and I'm not worthy. Same thing when I felt angry because I have been betrayed by someone in my life and my experience, and I carried this belief with me and lived my life believing that I had to be ashamed and angry because I don't deserve love, I don't deserve respect, and there is not enough love for me. And I realized I am not those feelings, I am not those emotions. They are things that I have been taught to think, unconsciously, of course, because nobody was here to force on me such a horrible belief about myself or about life and others. It was my way to defend myself, to create to myself a safe space where I can evolve with others and fit in the world, and maybe be accepted. But the wake-up call is a moment where you realize that you will never fit in anything as long as you are not fitting within yourself. You cannot be loved by others the way you really want to be loved if you don't know what love is for you, how you want to be loved, and how you loved. What is your love language? You cannot be respected by others if you don't know what respect really means for you. What are your boundaries? What do you tolerate and accept and what you do not tolerate? What is your deal breaker? And you cannot expect a healthy relationship with a partner if you, for first, you are not in a healthy relationship with yourself. How can I attract somebody that see me, hear me, appreciate me and love me and let him in my life if I am the first one that have the lens where I see myself as unworthy, not enough, source of shame, not good enough for anyone. How can I let those person in? I will scare them and I will be scared from them. I will reject them because of the belief that I'm carrying about myself as I'm not worthy of love and respect of a healthy relationship. And as a matter of fact, why do we in this spiritual awakening or wake-up call or huge trauma that wakes you up get you to a point where you are disoriented? Because now you know that all that you have been believing makes no sense. And it's as if you have to kill who you are to become. And this is a process of grief where we feel all the negative emotions. And we are in a confusion, total confusion, a dysfunctionment in ourselves, in our way of perceiving things, especially when we don't have all the informations and all the support during this process and this journey. It's confusing a lot. Slowly, we get to realize what is the core of all of this, where to get this clarity, where to really get to this transformation and move on from that version of you, of us, that no longer serves us, that needs to die, and accept and acknowledge that the moment of loss we are feeling is nothing but beneficial for us because we are moving away that past definition of ourselves, that wrong way we were seeing ourselves and the world, to allow and make space for this new, most authentic version of ourselves. A version that is not here to please anyone, a version that is not here to try hard to fit into somebody's life or somebody's love or to get somebody's attention because we do not give it to ourselves, so we are craving for it from the outside, as we used to be when we were kids or teenagers, or up until the moment we weren't aware that we are much more than what we thought we were, that limited human being we thought we were. And that's a moment where we really need to find a way for us to open the doors and welcome this new idea of ourselves, this idea of the importance of knowing ourselves at a very profound level. Acknowledge that we are not limited, that we cannot be defined or restricted because we are evolving constantly in every second and we are changing, and we have the choice at every given present moment to decide who we want to be, how we want to fill the blank after the I am, how we want to create, to paint the canvas of our existence in the present now. We are not our past. We are not our mistakes. We are not our families or history. We are being. And all of those things, if we want to consider them, we need to consider them in a constructive way. Be flexible and be open-minded and be willing to accept that we are not defined by anything. We are choosing each and every time to define ourselves and to start becoming the observer, aware of our life, who choose how to define ourselves, what we choose to believe to be true for ourselves, how we want to feel about something, and how we want to respond to whatever is happening to us from a place of awareness. So we let go and let die that part of us that was reactive, that was based on motivational mechanisms and limiting beliefs that weren't ours to start with. It's a process of letting go, of killing every part of us that wasn't us, and allow ourselves to really now build ourselves on a very more conscious, aware way. So today when somebody asks me who I am, I love to tell them that I am much more than what you see and what I see. I am a work in progress, and I have the opportunity and the chance and the blessing to get to choose who I want to be. And for sure, I am love. I am a good person. I have the most beautiful intentions for myself and others, and I choose to be in a world of love and peace, no matter what happens around me. And I am learning to be myself each and every day. I am willing to unlearn whatever is not serving me and to replace it with something that really serves me. I am committed to be my true self each and every time, to listen to my emotions, to be aware of them, and to read the message that they are providing me. They are inviting me to work on my limiting beliefs, to how I see myself and who I am defining myself to be, and to work on it and choose. I am a free, spiritual human being. And so are you. If you are in a moment of your life where you are feeling really lost and you don't know who you are anymore, I know that it's a very difficult period to navigate. I know it's full of a lot of emotions and confusion. And it's okay. Allow the moment to be. Allow your emotions also to be it positive or negative. Allow them to just, from now on, be expressed. Don't suppress them. Express them and observe them. Do not judge them. Remembering that you are not what you feel and you are not what you think. It is not coming from you. So before accepting it as truth for you, take the moment to observe it and analyze it and question it and understand, is this emotion or this thought mine to start with? Do I believe it to be true for myself? Is there any other way to consider it? How can I consider it and change it? How can I make it better for myself? Since I am not my beliefs, I am not my thoughts, I am not my emotions, and I am not what I have or don't have in life. I am not my actions, but I am something bigger than that. And I get to choose in this present moment to do the best with what I have and make the most of it. I think that the process of discovering who we are is a process that will never end because we never can put ourselves in a box, and we need to be okay with that for us to feel more peace because we are infinite, like everything in this world. We are growing, there are cycles, there are seasons, there are periods, everything shall pass. We need to understand and accept that we do have a choice, that we are responsible of choosing who we are. It's not the others. It's not them to choose who we are. It is our responsibility to know ourselves very, very well. And we have all our life to do so because we are going to change our mind very often about who we are, what we want. And it's okay. It's okay to be flexible, to keep our minds open because this existence, this consciousness knows much more than we do ourselves and have a larger picture. What is our place and role to do is to become more aware, really aware of how we are feeling while we are feeling it and what is behind it, what is the thought, what is the story, what is the meaning we are giving to that thing or to life, and to choose a new story because we have this power. No one else can do it for us, and choose how we want to see this life from now on, what meaning we want to give it, how we want to write it, this story. What character are we willing to be in this story? What role are we going to have to this story? And don't be hard on yourself. There will be days where you really know who you are and others where you will doubt yourself. Each and every one of them have a value. It is here to teach you a lesson, to help you through this awakening process towards knowing better yourself and understanding better who you are, what you want. Make it simple for yourself. Follow that gut instinct that you have. When you are feeling good about something truly good, that is your clue that you are doing great and you are aligned with who you truly are. When you are having bad feelings or bad sensations, that is your clue that you are not aligned, and you can try to understand and question that feeling. Where is it coming from? What is happening? What am I afraid might happen or might not happen? In your actions, always ask yourself the question, am I doing this out of excitement or am I doing it out of anxiety or fear? A good way to understand where you are, your compass, and learn about yourself. Every day, take your time and enjoy this process. Enjoy the process of knowing yourself. Because, in my opinion, our true mission and purpose in life is for everyone to know himself as much as he could. Why? Because your goal in life is first of all and mainly to be your true self. But this true yourself is not a true self that is standard for everyone, but it's your unique true self. And only you can know it, feel it, be it, and do it. I hope this video can illuminate for you the path while you are searching for yourself. If you want to know more about your emotions and how they can help you in this process, you can check my playlist. I will put it on the link below and on the end screen. If you love this content, I would appreciate it if you hit the like button and maybe leave a comment letting me know how are you dealing with this process of spiritual awakening or existential questions and crisis. How does it make you feel to know that you are infinite and you are able to define yourself each and every moment? If you have any other ideas and insights about how to know who I am when I am not knowing who I am. Thank you very much for your time and your attention, and I can't wait to see you in the next video. Much love.